I am apparently the first negative speaker. Joey brought up the points that it's not fair or it's unsafe for juveniles to be tried as adults. Said that the juveniles don't understand the court systems fully, and he said he would bring up a plan to break the cycle, which I don't think he did. But I'm going to touch on the first 2 points, that it's not fair or it's unsafe for them. They don't understand the courts. I think that the adult courts are just as fair as any other person going into that court system. That's what they're designed to be. They're designed for justice. They're designed to be fair. That's why we have courts, why we have a jury, why we have judges instead of, just the king just deciding whether we are guilty or not, or, that's what America is all about. So they're all about being as fair as possible. I admit that, the court system is not as fair as it could be, but that has nothing to do with the juvenile courts or the adult courts. That's just the courts. He also said that juveniles don't understand the court system. He said that the kid who was 13, that he was charged, or he pled innocent and then was charged, he was found guilty, and then that's why he's got sentenced for life imprisonment. I didn't know until just that moment that if you pled guilty and you were guilty, then you have a reduced sentence. So I think that's an education thing. I mean, I had no idea. I don't know if any of you guys knew that, but that's news to me, so I don't understand how that 13-year-old's supposed to know that. In the last 20 years, states have been expanding their authority to treat juveniles as adults in crimes. From 1992 to 1995, 40 states and the District of Columbia passed new laws making it easier to try juveniles in adult courts. And in 2002, that number rose to 48 states and District of Columbia. In 1995, the total juvenile violent crimes were 115,000 and change. And in 2008, that number fell to 73,000, or just under 74,000. So them being tougher on juveniles has reduced juvenile crime rate. If juveniles are afraid of, going to prison for life, for being punished as adults, it helps, deter crime rates. Just like, most sane people, they know that if you're gonna get life in prison for murder, that's why you don't go murder people. There are people on the freeway that I want to murder all the time, but I don't because I know I'm gonna go to jail. So, also another thing is that 40% of gang members are juveniles. So there are a lot of gangs that use juveniles to commit crimes, to pull off whatever kind of murders or whatever they have going on, because they know that they can get off easier than adults committing those crimes. So we need to be just as harsh with people on those violent crimes if gangs are using them to just so they can get off. They commit the crime and they're out of juvenile detention facilities by the time they're 21. It's not gonna prevent crimes. It's just gonna perpetuate crimes if juveniles are committing crimes for gang members. He also said that forget the guy's name, but he was sentenced to. They had a fight about like his friend's sweater that he stole, and then he pulled out a gun and shot him. I mean, if he didn't have a gun, that turns into just teenagers fighting about stuff. You know what I mean? So I think that's more of a case for gun laws rather than trying juveniles as adults. If there's no gun, there's nobody being shot. That just, turns in, at worst, he has a knife and he stabs someone, which is probably just as bad. But yeah. Hey, Ian, how's it going?
Good. It seems like it's going good.
Sorry, I coughed when I was saying things.
We do that often.
I hope you're ready, at least, even though you're late. Hope you were using that time to prepare.
not talk on your phone and drive.
Yeah.